Right, welcome back. So, we're going to be going on another run. Hopefully we'll fare a bit better. I swear those armoured zombies are just the bane of my absolute existence at this point. Given that we have no stamina penalties, you know the drill at this point. No stamina penalties, plenty of melee weapons. We're just going to be bopping things over the head in the first few areas. Until we've used up all of our melee. I assume he's dead, but it's not, yeah, it's not like highlighting through the walls for me there. We've already got a battery, lovely. Some infected blood sample there. We do have some electronics on us as well. That needs to be kept in mind. But last time, I think what got me was basically the spit. Yeah, I'd not got my stamina back. I should have done that at the end of the previous area, but forgot. The spitter just poisoned the crap out of me. I had to shoot them because otherwise they would just kill me. I'd not put my items on the... Oh, don't get in. I was pressing button because I thought I'd already picked the fuel up. I haven't, it's over there. Derp. Ooh, now do I? Yeah. We've picked up 2, and we've got 1 we can craft. Ooh. Oh, I'm taking that. It's only 100 in terms of supply, which is not a massive amount, but that is a massive amount of ammo. Bye. And there's some stuff down here as well. Oh. And is that an antiviral thing as well? I believe it is. Very nice. Well, this has been a fantastic first area. So I'll put this in the car. We'll probably have full fuel straight away from this. It's too bad you can't. I would love to be able to upgrade the car to just hold more fuel. So we've now got a decent amount of ammo, a full tank. We are absolutely set. This is a fantastic start. We probably want to move toward the safe house here. And then we can go to the store. Hopefully there'll be a gun store. In fact, I can go straight there, ignoring all of this. I mean, I'm giving up a lot of loot, but there's not much there. What I need is medical supplies, batteries, and ammo, as well as some guns to get started with. Neighbourhoods have a fair bit, but not tons of stuff. It's kind of like a lucky dip, and there's never anything particularly great. But the store, I think I'm more likely to get things from. Keeping in mind that it is just time management, this. I want to get to the end with as much health as possible, but also you need to balance that off with finding enough ammo and so on. So, maybe it'll prove to be the wrong decision. I'm also kind of just wanting to get more runs in and just fight more of those armoured ones to get more practice. I'm kind of in that stage where if it were Dark Souls at this point, I would just be throwing myself constantly at the boss, ready or not. You know, whether or not I've actually got any better in the meantime is to be seen. But right, now we were considering getting more levels of these. We'll need a lot more knowledge before we can. And yeah, probably just keep bumping those up, to be fair. Right. Grab everything we can before we go. I think that's everything that the place has. It's not nailed down. Yeah, I'm not finding anything else. We'll do some crafting. We can make a battery, of course. We can make some melee parts. We can make a med kit. And we can use those melee parts to make a war pick. In fact, we can even make a spiked board. As well as some bandages. So we're going to do all of that. We're already over encumbered as well. That's how pathetic the amount of encumbrance we allowed is on this. It does seem to be more of a flavour thing than an actual game mechanic. Because the punishment is minimal. It's like, oh, you need twice the stamina to do anything. Yes, but you barely need stamina to do anything. Like, stamina is a non-factor unless you are over encumbered. And becoming over encumbered is incredibly easy. Right. Let's hope there's some guns here. Because that's what we need right now. We need guns. And I think this will be the fastest I've done the first area. I wouldn't be surprised if we can just beeline from here to the finish. I really wouldn't be surprised. And the only point of interest is here. So it says that, I mean, of course, that's a lie. There's another point of interest. That big shop labelled guns is also of very particular interest to me, I will admit. I was going to say we'll be discreet and go in the back way, but it looks like not so much actually. Not exactly discreet, eh? Let's try. There's a lot of them. I'm going to suggest the sledge, but we have killed most of them at this point. Always makes me laugh how in the UK we have a ban on knives. You know, you're not allowed a knife on you, and they've got loads of restrictions in like buying them. So you can't get them online. You have to go into a store. You have to have an ID, and it's like, yeah, okay. So you have to have an ID to buy a knife. That actually makes sense. You know, don't want to be selling children, you know, knives. But it's like, we've banned them. I mean, this guy's just, you know, I've just murdered a guy with, you know, a board with some nails in. Like, you can buy 2x4s and 6-inch nails. And, you know, you don't even need a pointy. You know, you can just buy get a claw hammer or something. That'll do the job. You know, it's as if I think that, you know, the only thing people use are knives. It's like, no, that's just the most common thing they use. But you can absolutely just, I mean, hell, anything that's heavy. If bricks are available, you'd just use a brick. If they banned everything else, it's like, okay. So it's literally one of those laws that makes no goddamn sense at all whatsoever. In that you can just, yeah, it's like that. You can just get something else, you know. As if people are too stupid enough to realise that, you know, other items can be used to kill people. But yeah, I think I definitely, that American idea of, you know, gun rights and such, just like, I don't think I'd go as far as saying, you know, I'd be okay with the idea of guns because the amount of stuff they seem to stir up. seems to offset any, a lot of the benefits, but I don't know. But definitely knives seems ridiculous to me. That always has done. Just makes no sense. You can't actually enforce it. Because it's like, alright, knives, they'll just get something else, and you still sell them, you just need an ID. They're not actually banned. They're just hard to, they're mildly inconvenient to obtain. Anyway, speaking of guns though, we have got a few now on us. Oh. Oh, I have to take those. So we got what we came for, which was guns. Oh, I fumbled the reload. Not the time you want to fumble the reload on. Oh, they've figured out you can go around. That can't be good. Right. Oh, these are the weak ones. Yeah, they all die in one hit, yeah. Not fumbling those reloads now, am I? Right, we'll just make sure that, yeah, any that are running at us are dealt with. If I go and do this. Right, let's use the last of our melee weapon. It will worth sticking around, just getting a few items off the bodies. And you do get a bit of XP for each time. I think definitely as we start getting to the point where the meta progression is more or less filled in, we can probably move towards just doing some like extra melee damage. So I do think that if we got some melee damage going. Ooh, shotgun choke and a battery, that's very useful. I think we could just fly through the first area entirely. There's only 2 in there, we can probably kill those easily enough. Meant to have this equipped. I'm sure that that grapple must be based on either stamina or health that's remaining. Because sometimes it's really easy and other times it's incredibly difficult. If not that, then it must be like the strength, like the relative strength of the zombie or something. So like tougher zombies must grapple more easily or something. There's like a little cupboard here, isn't there? There's never anything in it. Not that I've found, but I hear, yes, a supply drop. It's a couple of rags. It's like, ooh, a supply drop. What could it be? Packet of tissues. Great. Thanks. I'm sure it'll prevent me from getting the sniffles during this zombie pandemic. How thoughtful. Right, we'll move on. We can not make it to a blockade. I think we'll need one more. So it looks like we're going to the... Yeah, we're going here. We're going to get ourselves the supply cache. And perhaps like last time, it might be a... Maybe there'll be a bunch of guns. Guns, ammo, I'll take. Other things, maybe leave. But this should get us set up in the early game. ready to take on the late game. Fingers crossed. Looks like some early supplies that we can get here. Somehow they figured out where we are already. I suppose we weren't exactly being discreet since we sprinted across here. We need a new melee weapon. Oh. It stopped being the active window again. It has. We'll just get rid of this kitchen knife. I'm not going to bother going and getting it repaired and using up as scrap. It's fine. Oh, and we can't. Yeah, we won't be able to carry both of these at once, so that's going to have to be something that I just quickly do now. Oh, fat guy there. That's to be to watch ourselves around him. Right, we've got 3 there. These are always worth checking. There's always a... Yeah, you either get... Most times, because... again, something I really appreciate in any kind of survival game. You get items. You find items where you would typically expect to find them. So those like junction and fuse boxes, whatever they are there. Yeah, the fuse boxes. You can tend to find electronics. Looks like we are going to have to go through Fatty there to get the supplies. And that does seem to be everything in this area. Right, so while we can go and search for us, you'll typically find in the fuse boxes there, it'll be electronics and occasionally batteries, which I do appreciate. In a lot of survival games, yeah, they'll try and make it so that you get what you would expect from areas, but it doesn't always work out brilliantly. He does not die easily. But I believe if you kill him like that, and then you can search him, you get a lot of infected samples as a reward. So I do believe we'll probably have enough now to synthesize our cure if we need it. We can get some antivirals from that. There's a turret trap on the wall over there, and that does appear to be everything. So we don't want. I will actually equip the pocket knife instead of a machete here. It's a little less valuable, so I don't mind losing that as much. I'm finding a lot of them. That's when we bust out the gun there. Right, anything valuable dropped? No, not particularly. Right, clamber over. There appears to be some ammo there. Nothing in though. And we'll get started. But yeah, in a lot of survival games, they try to make it so you get stuff from where you would expect, but most of the time you do. But I have found it's just so funny sometimes where you're in a survival game and you get something from somewhere that it should not be there. Like, just weird stuff, you know. You open up like you'll open up like a little box or something in a building, and there'll be an entire assault rifle in there, you know. It's like, well, this doesn't actually fit for a start. You know, or you'll find like you'll be searching through bodies on the floor, and like there, it's like, all right, they've got some scrap on them. All right, that kind of makes sense, I suppose. That they've just got some random rubbish on them, bits and bobs that you could possibly use to make something. So it's like, alright, that's reasonable. Ooh, G17. That'll be useful. Oh, that's what we should have done last time. Should have swapped to Mac 10 on that guy. Or assault rifle. I think we did have some ammo at that point. Thing is, it's the issue when you're in combat. You don't always, again, because you've got all these menus to go through. Like, if I could sneak up on enemies every time, guaranteed, I would never die. Because, of course, I've almost all the time I've got everything I need to kill the enemies in this game. It's just whether or not I can get to it in the time it takes them to get to me. Because, you know, I had a bag of bombs last time, of those can bombs. Absolutely, we could have just bombed them. But they were already on me. You know, absolutely. I had enough ammo to just shoot them to death. Whether or not I can get the ammo in the gun and fire before they get to me and do enough damage to kill them is another matter. And I think that's the issue. It's just the combat is kind of cumbersome, and as a result you can screw it up a bit rather easily, even if you've got everything you would need. Right, we do need to get some fuel. I would like some ammo as well. All ammo is welcome. Right, we've got a machete here as well, so we should absolutely carve through this. And just... oh, crap. Get off, git. I'm going to say just in case, I'm going to bandage up before we go around this fence. But there does appear to be a gap in the fence this time for once. They seem to be coming through. Now, we could go right now. We've got the fuel. There's the big boy. I think that's in range for him. It is not. And it nearly hit me. It bounced back somehow. So I screwed that second one up. Absolute waste of a grenade. Right, this is why we built ourselves with more stamina. Right. Oh crap, he's armoured. Right. Ow, that really hurt. Holy crap, that hurt. Oh, yep, that's immediate death. Oh, God. That was terrible. I'm not even going to end the run. I'm not going to end the episode on that. I'm going to get another one started. Yes, that looks good. Ooh, battery. But no, Mac 10. Right. Excellent start already. We've got a Mac 10. And in fact, before I even go there, let's just spend all our points. What have we got? Insurance, knowledge, unlocks. Okay. Tradesman, so that's crap, It's death adder, it's not awful. That's a good one. Marksman loadout. And we can get... I want to save up for these drops next. Find some SR-110s and extended mags in the wild there. It may have been worth. It may even be worth just getting something like a cache of rifles and some ammo. Future runs. Perhaps. We'll see. Now, we do have enough. Right, we've maxed that out. Maxed out that. Right. So what next? There. That. And boom. Literally boom. And it's only going to get better. We're getting to the point where we're becoming very lethal. It won't be much longer now. Right. Let's get out there. The annoying thing as well is that I'd got the fuel, I could have gone. Ugh. But mistakes. Mistakes have been made. It's not the end of the world. Right. I mean, I say it's not the end of the world, it's literally a post-apocalyptic game, but that aside... Right. Let's get into it. Oil filter so we can already get a nice suppressor on our gun. Get a suppressed Mach 10 maybe. That'll help us move through not just stealthily but aggressively as well. Where are the items? There's one over here and there are 2 points of interest over there. Let's have a look. What can I see through the windows? It looks... Yeah, it looks like it's this storm cellar is the thing. Hello. Oh, we can just beat them to death. Stop circling around me like that. It's cheating. Right, what have we got? Gears. We've got some scrap. And we can... What can we make? There's our suppressor. Obviously going on the Mach 10. And that should be pretty good, that then. Ooh. Let's get our rifle. I was going to say get it loaded. We do not have any ammo. Oh, there we are. Oh, they were just still there, weren't they? Time stood still outside while we were in there then. You know what? We've killed most of them. We might as well finish off the rest. And then just loot the house. I don't want to be too long. Now, let's get across the street. There's the fuel. Now, the question is how we're going to get to it. Door is sealed shut. Ooh. Oh, this is our lucky day. This really is our lucky day. Just need to be aware of my health. We are getting a bit low. We'll get rid of this kitchen knife quick. I haven't got the scrap to be spending on just making its damage go up a smidge. As long as it's a melee weapon, we're fine. Wow. Electronics as well. With a good amount in. Ooh. Very nice. Right. Again, I wish you could upgrade the fuel tank on the car. Now, one thing I would say to the devs, because here's what I would say to the devs with this, right? You have an inventory system where there's not really much punishment for being over encumbered, right? And it's like, okay, so there's not much punishment carrying too much, and everything weighs a lot, so you tend to just be over encumbered and just deal with it. In which case, why does the system exist? Right, it's full. There's not much point adding anything else. We can go back for the fuel or to loot the house, but we'll just get out of here at this point, I think. So yeah, you can absolutely, you've got this encumbrance system, but why not make it so, yeah, it's actually more punishing to go over that limit, but the car can maybe act as a second inventory, right? So you can have your guns, you can have your quick slot items, you can carry a certain amount of stuff, but the car has an inventory. You can go into boot a car, trunk if you're American, I guess. You go to the back of the car and you can just load it up with stuff. And then this rack on the top, they could actually just hide that so that it's not visible. And you could upgrade the car and it gets that rack on the top as an upgrade. Where basically it's like, okay, you've upgraded the storage of the car. Right? That would maybe a little bit overkill that, but I wanted to get that guy. I know he gives me a load of samples if I kill him. So I just thought, yeah, it's early game, we can get a few. If anything, because I do believe we have a store next, we do. I can sell any excess I have. These will probably all... Oh, I've phased through the thing there. My only worry with the Mac 10 is that it goes through a lot of ammo very quickly. While it is 9mm, and yeah, okay, there's no point carrying other 9mm weapons, it does chew through ammo. Like, you can just tap it, and where you would only need 1 or 2 bullets, it might put 3 or 4 in them. That is the one issue. But it is an absolute beast in terms of DPS. Right, we're absolutely going to be making batteries here. I can probably make another suppressor there. Yep. And some medkits. Lovely. Oh, is that medical supplies? No, it's empty. Too bad. Now, I believe we came across a similar area last time. Yep. In the previous run. There's a gun store. Like I said, I think the maps, they're not procedurally generated in the sort of traditional sense of, the buildings changing entirely, but what I think happens is it's the furniture and the loot drops change. So there's not always a supply drop here, I think is the case. There's not always the same weapons here. The drops will be randomized. And I think that you can, if you smash these, I think you get access to the display cases or something, and there might be things in them. I'm sure I've had that happen once or twice. Anyway, what have we got? We've got a lot of shells, so that's something. Aiming laser, we've got a muzzle brake. Another muzzle brake. We can put a muzzle brake on the Mac 10, but it's it will replace the silencer, and I do not wish to do that right now. The aiming laser should be a nice addition though. Anyway, we'll slink out around the back, having attracted them all that way, and just pick up everything that's not nailed down, even bricks and things. Oh, 1911. I can probably put a muzzle brake on that. Right. There's our fuel. And we should be able to just start this up. Oh, I can hear a radio going as well. There's a survivor dropping around here. Yeah, a supply drop, whatever you want to call it. Survivor supply drop, I think they're meant to be, but anyway. We'll fill this up. We want a new melee weapon. I think we're going to be in a bit of a pickle in this one. I think there's going to be a lot of them coming at us. So we probably want to get a good melee weapon equipped. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. The machete can really do some damage when you need it to, when you're surrounded. I wouldn't have trusted a kitchen knife to have kept me held together there. But yeah, like I said, I think the way that it's handled with the generation of the levels is literally the level is the same, except it changes around the different cabinets and desks and things in the rooms. Not all of them, some are set, but it definitely changes what's in them, at the very least. And sometimes there's extra, things on the floor, an ammo crate that's spilled over here and that. And I think that seems to be how it appears to be working. I'd probably have to literally like watch side by side me going through the same level to really say exactly what was happening, but it does seem to be something along those lines. It's really not fully randomly generated or anything. Anyway, I've lost a lot of health. I'm going to pop a medkit here. Full medkit, just get healed. Right, Mac 10 is equipped. We'll get this, and we'll get out. They're all going to come over. And we've got it. Right, we can get, wow, okay, some supplies, it's a nice little amount, or we can get, an automatic ump that uses 45 cal. Yeah, .45, Jesus Christ, as well as a bunch of ammo for it. And an M16 with a bunch of ammo for it, as well as a rifle scope, so various attachments and things. You can imagine exactly what we're going to be doing in this scenario. Oh, we really do damage with this Mac 10. That's why I got it. That's why I chose this character. Incredible starting weapon. And it's upgraded now, so it's silent, so none of these are actually bothered that I'm here and doing this to them. As far as they care, they're not even aware of where this is coming from yet. Have I got a grenade? Oh, I have a grenade. Oh, that works. Oh, we're out of ammo. I fumbled the reload. Oh. Right. Loaded. Let's see what drops. Couple of zombies here as well we'll need to deal with quickly. Get some infection samples. Keeping in mind as well, we're going to a shop next, so pick up absolutely everything, even if it's rubbish, because we can take it and sell it at the shop. Everything sells for a minimum of 1 knowledge, so I think we'll make some trades, we'll finish that area, and we'll probably call the episode there. And that does appear. Replace your dodge roll with a charge that knocks down enemies. Deal 10% damage when at 30% or lower health. I'm gonna try the charge actually. I've not tried that yet. Oh. Okay, that could be useful. Because most I'm thinking it's faster. As far as I can tell, it's faster than the dodge roll. Anyway, I don't think there's much more here, and I don't want to linger. We've got our first perk, so we can now just kind of... I'm going to unequip the machete here, actually, because I can still sell it at the vendor for 1. And we'll get on our way. But yeah, we'll need to do some inventory management here as well. But we are absolutely set with a bunch of automatic hard-hitting weaponry. So, absolutely here, I'm going to... Ooh, what have we got here as well? Ooh. Decent amount of stuff, but it's mostly medkits and things. I don't need tons of medkits, you only need a few because they're so difficult to use given how long they take to use. Right, so what we're selling, it's mostly ammo, which is fair enough. I've got plenty of guns at this point. Right, and he has 40 knowledge, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. We need to replace that with a different weapon. Right. Might be able to avoid even getting near that fat one, actually. So I've got something in here. Fuel. Lovely. Right. We'll get that then. Okay. Oh, that's going to attract them, isn't it? Ooh, plenty of batteries though. That's a good find. Get a few hits on him on his way around. Frying pan. I don't think that'll be particularly useful, but I'm done hiding. I'm getting out of here. Jay, thanks for everything, but I couldn't ask for a better friend, but I've got to do this on my own. And telling Ron to F off as well. Okay. I don't know who Ron is, but is that even hitting? I'm not certain I'm actually hitting him through that window. So I'm actually gonna go around and just kill him. And again, I wouldn't normally do this, but given that we have a vendor right there, I think just from killing those alone, we've probably got enough knowledge to get our ammo back, basically. I will actually though go and... I'm going to use him last, because then we'll have... we can get everything in the area. We know where we stand with our inventory. Oh, and I want to use my antiviral, nearly forgot. And I really need to invest in some unarmed damage next, I think. Just for this beginning bit. Oh! Oh wow, the charge really helped me there. It's like I suddenly went, what's it, just all of a sudden, just fly across the screen. So yeah, it's worth having, it's really fast. That might, I mean, it already has just saved me a lot of health there, but I think that could be a lifesaver later on. In the very literal sense, a lifesaver. So I've got a radio there. Before I turn it on, I think I heard... I'm going to say, I'm sure I heard a beeping, very faintly, as I was there. Now it might just be that the radio makes a very, like, quiet amount of noise when you're next to it and it's turned off, perhaps? Anyway, right. Right, what we don't spend, we can use there. Have I searched that bag here? No, I have not. It was worth doing. Now, that's just about everything. Let's see what we've got then. Let's take stock. Okay. I have plenty of knowledge, so we can get all of this ammo and not feel in any way guilty. Absolutely lovely. Really, selling bandages for 7. Jesus Christ. Not that he's overpriced or anything. Oh, no, no. I'd never accuse him of being overpriced. No, no. Right. That machete only has 2 left. So that's worth selling. That one's broken. It doesn't do much damage. Ranged weaponry. Right, we've got 2 broken 1911s. And then we have to ask ourselves, well, this is a 45 cal. Yeah, this is .45. 800 and odd DPS. Are we really going to use the 1911? Are we really going to use this? And I can tell you now, we're not going to use these Taurens. Like hell we're going to use them. I don't think we're going to use that. I really don't. I think that we can safely just keep going with just these guns. Which means I probably don't need 3 pistol muzzle brakes. I'll still keep 1 in case. We also have a bunch of blue honeyflower and yeah, just crap I do not need. Like, who needs rusty canned food? I'm fairly certain that's like poisonous if your character eats that, isn't it? Did we have some bottles as well? Or did I sell the bottles? I must have sold them because they're not there. Sold the bricks, right? He's got 11 left. Can I find 11 worth of crap? You know what? I can get rid of some more blue honeyflowers. We don't need them. Not at all. And these infected things, we said we would sell our excess. Now look at that, we've got enough to synthesize a cure. And we've got all of his knowledge. We've now got 70 odd. We can get some really good upgrades. So, absolutely worth doing. So unlike last time, I'm being a bit more... We're not just rushing through. We're taking a breather. We're making sure we're doing all the legwork, getting things done up. Now look at that. Lovely. Our explosions are now going to absolutely devastate anything and everything. We've got super slow-mo mega bullet damage and all that. I've almost got the long gun damage up as well. So I might even be able to open up with something like an assault, a sniper rifle with an aimed shot, and then move over into the, move it into hit him with an automatic then, and just absolutely devastating him. Well, I say him, you know, these armoured ones. Right, we'll go to the safe house, because of course we're going to the safe house. Why wouldn't we go to the safe house? It gives us so much cool stuff. And we'll take stock. We'll take stock, equip our guns, equip our attachments, set our pocketables up because I really need to keep on top of that more. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I'm very much glad that we took the time there, especially with a shop coming up, to do our due diligence and kind of just make sure we get to the shop with everything we could want in order to basically give ourselves the best starting point here. We've gotten off to really good footing, let's put it that way. Right, now, I do believe we were going to get the final amount of damage there. Lovely stuff. Right. Now, let's have a look. What we've got here. Not a whole lot. First things first. Let's do any herbal crap we need to do. So, antidotes. We need a fair few of these. So I've got about 6 or so there. Right. I don't think we need endurance remedies. So yeah, I'm just gonna make it all into antidote. Why not? We'll make some med kits, and we will. I think then that's everything we can make here. Should be able to. Let's see, what do we need? We need some electronics for batteries. We need cans and explosives there. Right. I'm just wondering, I can't use the firearm parts for that sawn off, can I? Because it's saying I can use it with something. I'm not sure what, but... Right. Anyway, that looks to be more or less everything we can make. Doesn't appear to be much else. We can make a spiked board and a war pick. For what it's worth. Right. And I think that's us good to go. So, question now is where do we go? So we could go straight to this neighbourhood and get some, possibly some antiviral there, with the Herc station being there. Pass by the store and then move to the Herc blockade. Use 4 fuel in total, we'll probably find more on the way. And then start cutting through this area down here. There's a safe house there. Or we could go up to another Herc station here. Ooh, we could go safe house, coast down here to the shop, and then move to another Herc station here. And... ooh. Or we could go military outpost, city street, safe house. Ooh. In fact, yeah, you enter here, not here. So we could go city street, city block, military outpost, city street, safe house, shop, Leighton City, or Leighton City Bridge. So yeah, that would probably make the most sense. So we're going to be taking this road along the bottom, basically along here, then along here. Yeah, that seems good. Right. Thank you very much for watching, though. I think we'll get started on that right there. I'm not going to bother with this neighbourhood. We're going to go straight through now. We're going to try and quicken our pace and get some antiviral in. We have the guns. We have a decent bit of ammo. Oh, speaking of which, I do need to do my attachments and things. Oh, what happened with those zombies? But I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.